my name is Phyllis Kennel, and I am an associate director at the Duke Clinical Research Institute at Duke University. And I work in clinical research and have done so for the last 15, probably 20 years, a long time. And I've worked at Duke for 14. And in that time, I've been able to really grow my leadership skills, both formally and informally, by opportunities that were sometimes given to me and sometimes I sought out. And so what I want to do today was kind of talk to you about what I think a leader is and how anyone can be a leader. And, some of the things I did to try to grow my leadership skills. It's an ever-growing process. Just let be clear. The sooner you start, the more comfortable you come with it. A leader is somebody that, some people are born leaders, but most people aren't. Most people have to grow that skill. And there have been great leaders in history and now, and there's also been the worst, the most terrible leaders. So leadership is helping to drive, in my mind, it's to help drive people to see the skills that they have, grow them, and be successful in what they're trying to do. And a leader does not work alone. And it is always working with others and a team, or a situation where there's more than just yourself involved. And there's informal leaders and there's formal leaders. And sometimes the informal leaders are way more influential and successful than any formal leader. And many formal leaders aren't equipped to be a leader, but they're there anyway, and they're doing their best. So let's give them a little bit of grace on that. But it can be very challenging to be a leader when you're not comfortable in your own shoes. And that's probably one of the most important things that you can begin with, is become comfortable with who you are and the skills that you do have. And then once you have that under your belt, then you can seek out opportunities to grow your leadership skills. So any kind of opportunity where you can be part of a group that's moving forward to create something. And, in high school, it could be being on the prom committee and helping getting the prom night going, or you could be on a team, any kind of team in school, or there's so many opportunities to help grow your skills in working with people, helping people see the good that they have in themselves, and getting things moving forward. For myself, I was a pretty shy person in high school and didn't have a lot of confidence. And so I didn't really take the opportunities that probably were available when I was in high school. But when I did go to college, I did some things happened that I was able to take advantage of. I joined a sorority, which is not everybody's path, but I was able to get on some committees that allowed me to actually start growing my leadership skills, where I ended up being president of my sorority, which I would have never seen that in my future when I was 16 or 17 years old. But then I also became a manager on the school newspaper, and also learned how to, manage budgets and timeframes and things. And while that all sounds really boring, it's part of helping, move people forward with a goal. So not everyone has to be a manager, and a manager is not necessarily a leader. And so as I grew in my leadership skills, and then I got my first job, I was a clinical dietitian, and I started volunteering. So volunteering to me is one of the greatest ways that you can grow as a leader, because everybody's always looking for volunteers that will step up and kind of lead the pack, and getting things moving forward. But also so I went ahead and I became like the president of the local dietetics chapter. And I also served on committees in the state board, just to kind of, again, give back and take part and help foster what I thought was important professionally and personally. And then I stepped into the research role. I was looking for something different to do, and had some professional opportunities to be a leader by becoming a program manager, et cetera, as it went on down. Eventually, I was asked to apply for a leadership academy at Duke, which I did apply for, and I actually couldn't believe it. And it was a year-long program on learning how to be a leader. So there's going to be opportunities throughout your life. Take them and grow, because you never know what something will present itself to you, and then you'll never know how it ends up. Sometimes those little things that you do that helps foster yourself or somebody else into moving forward in leadership will make such a huge impact on the end, on the back end. You might not see it for 5 years, but it always matters. So didn't get specific in what a leader is and things like that, or mentors, but I had great mentors along the way. One of the best mentor I ever had showed me never take no for an answer, just try to figure out a way that no can turn into a yes, and turn that frown upside down. There's always a way. It just may not be right in front of your face. That's why it's great to have people around you so that you can figure things out together instead of by yourself. So if you don't have those people around you, find them, and just grow. Everyone can be a leader.